Arunachal youth Miram Taron, who had gone missing from Upper Siang's Bishing area on the 18th of January, has been released by the Chinese PLA. That's right, viewers. Taking to Twitter, Union Minister Kiren Rijiju informed that the Chinese PLA has handed over the youth from Arunachal to Indian Army. Due procedures are being followed and medical examination of the boy is being conducted. Earlier yesterday, Rijiju had informed that the Chinese PLA has confirmed that Miram Taron will be repatriated to the Indian side. However, the exact place and time of release was not disclosed. However, accordingly, the Indian Army coordinated the necessary arrangements with the Chinese side. And finally, today, the youth Miram Taron was finally released by the Chinese PLA Army. Taron was taken into captivity when he had gone hunting in the Bishing area near Jodi village in Upper Siang district. Yes, indeed, viewers, the big development coming in at this point in time. Arunachal youth Miram Taron, who had gone missing from Arunachal's Upper Siang's Bishing area on the 18th of January, has been released by the Chinese PLA. Taking to Twitter, Union Minister Kiren Rijiju informed that the Chinese PLA has handed over the youth from Arunachal to the Indian Army. Due procedures are being followed and a medical examination of the youth is being conducted. Let me remind our viewers here, earlier yesterday, Rijiju had informed that the Chinese PLA has confirmed that Miram Taron will be repatriated to the Indian side. However, the exact place and time of release was not disclosed. However, accordingly, the Indian Army coordinated the necessary arrangements with the Chinese side, and today, finally, the youth Miram Taron has been released by the Chinese PLA. Taron was taken into captivity when he had gone hunting in the Bishing area under Jodi village in Arunachal's Upper Siang district. Yes, indeed, viewers, the big development coming in at this point in time. Arunachal youth Miram Taron set to finally return home, and it has been an anxious wait for Miram's father, family members and the locals after he had gone missing on the 18th of January. And now finally, he is being handed over back to the Indian Army by the Chinese PLA. Alright, and to give us all the latest updates, I'm being joined now over the phone by my colleague Ripunjoy Das. Ripunjoy, indeed, this is a very sensational development. Finally, Miram Taron set to return home. What further details do you have for us at this point in time, Ripunjoy?
Yes, Ronak, indeed, it is a very important, encouraging and welcome news, particularly for the family members of Miram Taron. Ronak, we had during our exclusive coverage on 25th of January, we have shown that how the family was begging, was in anger, was in tension, all kind of issues they were facing, and they have been requesting the government of India to do something at the earliest because they didn't have any info about this boy, just 17 years old, who might have strayed into the Chinese territory, after which they have the PLA might have abducted him. Now, Ronald, this big breaking news is coming to us that yes, Miram has been released. And however, this news has not been officially now confirmed by the army spokesperson, Lieutenant Pandey, who is the PRO in Tejpur for Indian Army, because he said that he had done, till now, do not have any kind of official confirmation on this. However, the Union Law Minister, Kiren Rijiju, might have some kind of an official communique with the area of where this boy has been released or handed over to the Indian authorities at Bishing. Now the geographical understanding, if we are saying, is that from Bishing to Tuting, it is a 10-hour journey, and 7 hours is on foot track. So that is the major issue. Until and unless this boy come back with the authorities concerned who had gone there to fetch him, the authorities will not confirm or may not confirm his arrival. So, but all said and done, Ronak, since the Union Minister has confirmed, we can also go by that and say, yes, finally, big relief for the family members of Miram, the people of Jidar village, as well as the people of Kuting and Arunachal Pradesh, that this boy has been released. Rona.
Right, absolutely. Ripunjay Das, thank you very much for joining us at this point in time and bringing us all of those latest updates on this big, sensational development. So there you have it, viewers. This is indeed a big development and a big sigh of relief indeed for the parents and the father of Miram Tarong, who had earlier gone missing on the 18th of January while out hunting in the nearby area. And now finally, as per inputs coming in, the PLA army of China has handed over back Miram Tarong to the Indian Army. And of course, due procedures are currently being followed and the required medical examinations are also being conducted. However, the confirmation has come in from the Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju that Miram Tarong is being repatriated to India. And as you can clearly see on your screens, viewers, that is of course the tweet that was sent out just moments earlier by the Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju, confirming that the Chinese PLA has handed over the young boy from Arunachal Pradesh, Sri Miram Tarong, to Indian Army, and due procedures are being followed, including medical examination. And of course, this comes just days after the father of Miram Tarong had earlier made a desperate plea to the Indian government, saying that they must ensure that Miram Tarong, his son, is brought back safely back to India. All right, and to give us more details on this, I'm being joined now over the phone by Arunachal MP Tapir Gao. First of all, Mr. Gao, welcome to the show. Thank you for giving us your time. This is a very big development coming in, that the youth Miram Tarong from Upper Siang district has been released by the PLA. So indeed, big relief for all in Arunachal, isn't it, Mr. Gao?
Hello.
Mr. Tapir Gao, if you can hear me, thank you very much for giving us your time today. This is a big development coming in at this point in time. Miram Tarong finally being handed over to the Indian Army by the Chinese PLA. So this is indeed a big sigh of relief for his parents and everyone else concerned, isn't it, Mr. Tapir Gao?
We have been informed that the boy has been handed over to Indian Army, but as per the protocols and the rules, whether he will be handed over at Kuting or in any other part of Arunachal Pradesh, it is not known to yet now. We are waiting for the news from the administration.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Gao. So earlier we also heard how the Miram Tarong's father had said that if the government does not ensure that his son is brought back home safely, then he, along with the other villagers of their village, will themselves march into Chinese territory and bring back his boy himself. So indeed, now that he is finally being repatriated to India, this must be a very big sigh of relief for his parents and other villagers of his area, isn't it?
I am not getting your voice clear, but I am assuming that you are inquiring about Miram Tarong's release. So we have been informed through media, and I have contacted the Kuting authority also, the Kuting local leaders also.
Okay.
They are also being informed by the army, and Miram Tarong's family has been called to the army office, and they are inside the army office. Whether they will be released from that Galing, a place called Galing, or in other part of Arunachal Pradesh, it is yet to know. So we are waiting for the news.
All right, Mr. Tapir Gao, thank you very much for joining us at this point in time and giving us your latest updates on this big development. So indeed, viewers, the big development that we are tracking at this point in time, and we will bring you all the latest updates as soon as they arrive. But for now, what we do know is that the PLA army is in the process of handing back over Miram Tarong to the Indian army, and due procedures are currently being followed. And we'll slip into a very short break here, viewers, but don't go anywhere. Lots more coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.